Hi, this is part 17 of jQuery. In this video, we'll discuss about how to perform Ajax callbacks with jQuery. We'll see one small example. Generally, we already know that browser, when you develop any web application, here you have what? One browser will be there and one server will be there. And the communication between browser and server is due to HTTP protocol. So when how the communication will happen? When the client will send the request to the server. Request to the server will go either by entering URL or by clicking on hyperlink or by clicking on some submit button. So we can submit the request to the server in two ways. One is by using with page postback. With page postback. Other one is without page postback. We can submit the request to the server in two ways. With page postback, and other one is without page postback. We can submit the request to the server. Without page postback, if you want to submit the request to the server, you have to take the support of Ajax. So jQuery provides some ready-made function, that is Ajax function. It was provided by jQuery, and this Ajax will have two callback functions. One is success function. Is it clear? Ajax main advantage is Ajax will submit the request to the server without page refreshment. And if you want to work with Ajax, you have to take the support of either JavaScript or jQuery or Angular, whatever it may be. So in you have one ready-made function called Ajax. Actually, Ajax itself is a ready-made function, and this Ajax will have two callback functions. One is success, other one is error. For example, this is your browser and this is your server now. Now let us assume that in server I have one method is there. Something like here I have one method called get states. Let us assume like dummy method. One method is there. In this method, you will write some code, some database related code you will write, so that this code will communicate with the database actually here, something like this. Did you understand? So in this is a server actually. In this server, you will write some Java code or .NET code or Python code, whatever it may be, server side code, and this server will communicate with the database, and database will give the result to this server. Okay, this logic you will write inside this method. This is also one class is there. Let us assume here you have one class. Are following? Here you have one class is there. Let us assume there is one class, some server side class. You think that is a Java class or C# or Python class. In that class, you declare one method. Now let us assume my requirement is what I will try to click on this button. Let us assume like that. Whenever user clicks on this button, I want to get this particular states and display in the front end. This is my browser. Get the state details and display in the front end. So now what I will do in jQuery, I will try to use jQuery. In jQuery have one ready-made method called Ajax method. What is the method name? Ajax. In Ajax, you have to tell to the Ajax you go to the server and call this method and bring the response and display the response in the front end. Like that, that information we need to give to Ajax. Otherwise, Ajax cannot communicate with what? Server. So here Ajax will have some properties are there. We'll discuss that one. And here Ajax will have two callback functions. One is success function and other one is error function. There are two callback functions that are available in Ajax. Callback is nothing but what? Browser will send the request to the server. Server also will send the request to the browser. Browser will send one request to server. Server also will send the request to what? Browser. Callback function. Is it clear? See here. Now user clicks on button. Now Ajax will send the request to the server. Ajax will send the request to the server. In server, one method is there, get states, and that method will ask you some input actually, state ID. Let us assume based on state ID, it will get the state names from this database. Let us assume in database you have one table with name state having state ID as well as state name. Here ST1 I will give something like some state names. I'll give some Telangana I will give, and here I'll try to give ST2. Here I'll try to give some more state names. I'll try to give some AP, and here I'll try to give ST3. Okay, now here I'll try to give some more state names. Here I'll try to give ST3. Here I'll try to give what? Some TN Tamil Nadu, something like this. So whenever user, here the requirement is something like user will enter the state ID. You have to get the state name. Enter state ID, one text box I will give. and one search button I will give. Okay, now when you enter the state ID, click on button. Now request will go to the server. Ajax will submit the request to the server, and Ajax will send this ID to the server. In server, this method is there now. This method will get executed. Inside this method, you are writing some database logic. Now this database will connectivity will communicate with the database, get the result, and that result convert into JSON format actually, because database will always give the result to web server. Either maximum the results may be a single value or a single column or a single row or a single multiple rows. Database server will always give the result to the web server. If the result is single value, store the value in a variable. Multiple values or multiple rows, store in object or collection. If you are a Java student, store the data in Java object or Java collection, .NET object or .NET collection. And again, but this Java object, Java collection cannot understand browser. Browser can understand only HTML and JavaScript. Now what server will do? The server will convert this server side result into JSON format. Which format? JSON format. If the server side method is executed successfully, then the result of the server side method is the input for the success function. Ajax will have callback function, and here you have one method is there. Here also you have one method is there. This method is asking for input. This method is also asking for input. Client side one method is there. Server side also one method is there. Client side method is asking to give the input. Server side method also is asking to give what? Input. Two methods are there. Okay, now both the methods are asking for input. So what is the callback here? And when user clicks on button, first Ajax is calling the server side method, and if the server side method is executed successfully, then the result of the server side method is the input for this success function. Is it clear? What is the input it is getting? JSON format. The output of the server side method is the input for this success function. If the server side method executed successfully, then the result of the server side method is the input for this success function. Now what is the output you got? JSON. It may be object or value. If it is a single value, directly display. If it is an object or collection, again you have to write one each loop to read the data from the collection and bind the data to the front end. And if the server side method is not executed successfully, then error function will get executed. Simple I am telling, Ajax will have two callback functions. Okay, one is success function, other one is error function. And Ajax main advantage is Ajax will send the request to the server without page refreshment. Without refreshing the page, without reloading the page, Ajax will directly submit the request to the server. So request means when user clicks on a button, or when user enter the URL, or when user clicks on hyperlink, then the request will go to the server. So every time when the request is going to the server, the main problem in old web application development is the complete page will refresh. Page refreshment is the main problem. That is called as with page post back. Then every time the page will be refreshed. Every time the images, icons, videos, total page will be reloaded because of this unnecessary burden on server. But what Ajax will do, Ajax without refreshing the page, Ajax will directly go to server, bring that, execute that method whatever you want, and it will convert that result into JSON and send JSON output to the browser. Generally server will give the output to the browser in two ways. Sometimes it will give HTML output, sometimes it will give data. If server wants to give HTML output, directly it will give HTML output to the browser. But if it will try to wants to give any data, what it will do, it will convert the data into JSON and send JSON output to the browser. Okay, single value means directly text format you can send. Server will send single value means you can send single value, no problem. Text you can send to browser directly. But if you send any object or collection, this Java object, Java collection cannot understand to browser. Browser can understand JSON, JavaScript object notation. Did you understand about callback functions? In interview they will ask you, explain about the callback functions. So what is Ajax? Ajax is used to submit the request to the server without page refreshment. Ajax will have two callback functions. One is success function, other one is error function. And mostly server side developers like Java developer, .NET developer, Python developers, what they will do, they will write this server side code. Server side code means the code that will communicate with the database. That type of code is called as server side code. And this server side code will communicate with the database. It will give the result, and the result of this method is the input for this success function. Is it clear? Now here you have to use some each loop or for each loop. In jQuery also you have one each loop is there. You have to read one by one record and bind the data to the front end. If any success function is not, if the server side method is not executed successfully, error function will get executed. Here I'll try to show you an example with jQuery Ajax with database communication. Here I have one requirement: enter first name, last name, and enter mobile number. Did you understood? And here I have one database table is there. First let me explain. Here first of all theoretically I will explain, later I will explain you practically. Let us assume here I have one database is there. In database I have one table with name EMP. I will prepare the set. So let us assume that there is one small case study I will explain. Here you try to listen. Here I have one database is there. In database I have one table with name EMP with 3 columns: F name, L name, and mobile number. Now here generally what will happen after developing any web application, you have to deploy the application on the server. Now then what will happen? User. Here what user will do? User will open browser. We already know that story. Is it clear? What is the story? Here I'll write the story. User will open browser and enter URL. Something like http://localhost:1086/ some page1.aspx. Some file name I will give. He will enter the URL. Once when he enter the URL, what will happen? Here request will go to the server. Request will go to the server. Server will search for index.aspx, and finally index.aspx will load. Index.aspx will load in browser. Okay, finally you got the HTML output in the browser. Design came. Now here what happened? Whenever user enter the first name Anil, and whenever user enter the last name Kumar, and whenever user enter the phone number, some number, now click on which button? Save button. Then what to do? Whenever user clicks on save button, now request will go to the server. Now jQuery, in jQuery we have document.ready will fire. Document.ready, and within that document.ready you have $button1.click will fire. Button1.click. And within this button1.click, what you will do? You will call Ajax function. Ajax. So here whenever user clicks on button, then document.ready function will fire, because every time when the request is going to the server, then document.ready will fire. Then button1.click will fire. Then within that button click we'll write Ajax. Ajax, what it will do? Ajax will send the request to the server. Ajax will go to server without refreshing the page. Ajax will directly call this method, insert record, server side method. And in this method, you will write some database related code, some ADO.NET code or entity framework code, any code you can write. Then this method will communicate with the database, and database will execute the query, send the result. And this result, if you want to display the result in text file, single value means you can convert into text. Multiple values or object or collection means convert into JSON. And the result of the server side method is the input for this Ajax function. But this insert record also will ask the input as some details, employee details it will ask. So we need to pass the input as object or some text, some parameters for this method will be there. No, the values for that method we have to pass through Ajax. So what Ajax is doing? Ajax will communicate with server and execute this method. And if the server side method is executed successfully, the result of the server side method is the input for this success function. Ajax will have 2 callback functions I told you. One is success, and this success also will have some input, and other one is error. Okay, na? If server side method is executed successfully, then success function will get executed. Otherwise, error function will get executed. Let us see this example. We'll practice this one once. So here you can say I'm opening SQL Server database. There I created one database with name demo. There I created one table with name student. Okay, na? Right click and once refresh, you can see here I created one table with name student with columns first name, last name, and mobile number. Right click, edit top 200 rows. Now my table is created. Okay, with name student with 3 columns, first name, last name, and mobile number. Now I'll try to go to my front end. I'll try to open my Visual Studio Editor. Here you can see, and here I will try to take my ASP.NET only. Add new item. Select web form. Select web form. The name web form 1.aspx. Click on add button. Here you can go to your design. Here you have one form is generated. Okay, now here I will try to take some text boxes. The best video I can recommend to watch Ajax call with ASP.NET MVC. You can just go to YouTube. See, I'm telling all of you. I explained any server side developers want to invoke, because I kept all the videos here. You can just go to YouTube and type country state Kannababu. You type country state Kannababu. You can watch this video, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. These are all 4 videos, part 5, part 6. 6 videos are there. Okay, na? These 6 videos, if you watch, definitely you will become expert in jQuery Ajax calls. Did you understand, everyone? 6 videos. Is it clear? These part see, country state, drop down list 1, drop down list 2. These videos you watch, all of you. Don't neglect it. Is it clear? I with a lot of patience I covered jQuery Ajax calls with server side code in MVC. Here I am telling you with normal ASP.NET. Here I'll try to declare enter first name, and here I'll try to declare enter last name. Here I'll try to declare enter mobile number. Okay, na? And here I'll try to declare something like take 2 buttons. Here go to your toolbox, and here drag and drop 2 buttons you can take. Here you can take text boxes and buttons. Here you can take one text box. Enter first name, one text box, and here enter last name, one more text box, and here enter mobile number, here one more text box, and here one button. I'll try to take one button. Is it clear? And here I will take one more button. This is my design actual. Now I want to work with jQuery, so right click on project. So whenever you want to work with jQuery, right click. Whenever you want to work with jQuery, right click on the project, add new folder. Rename the folder as scripts. Rename the folder as scripts. Here I will try to add scripts, and here right click on the scripts folder. What to do? Add existing item. Go to your desktop. Go to your desktop. There you can see. There you can see desktop, and there you can see jQuery 3.5.0.mini.js. That file you can add. Okay, now here to make the things faster, I'll try to copy the code. Here you can see right click on button, go to properties. Here you can give the text for this button as insert button. Is it clear? I'll try to give the text for this button as insert. Go to properties window. There I can give the text for this button as insert, and the text for another button is delete. I will give just database related code I will write. Okay, now here I will try to give some delete. Okay, make the things faster, I will try to write the code directly. Go to insert method, double click on the button. So don't double click on button. Outside the button you click, page load is there now. Here you write one server side method. To make the things faster, I will copy paste the code. This .NET code I will paste. I will declare one method separately. 2 methods I will take. One is insert student, other one is delete student. This is the database related code I will write. For .NET students, they will understand. Some ADO.NET code I will write here. So I will try to declare the namespace something like this, using system.data, using system.data.sql client. Is it clear? Here I will try to create the connection, user ID, password, database is demo, data space source is dot, insert into table name. What is our table name? Student. Write the insert query, values of first name, last name, and mobile number. Is it clear? Here for this method I will take one static method, pass the parameter f name, l name, and m number. And here I will try to decorate this method. I will try to decorate this method with one attribute called web method attribute. And this web method attribute is available under namespace using system.web.services. In olden days, .NET support web services. Later WCF and REST APIs came nowadays. Okay, here also delete from student where first name is equal to fname. Two methods I have written. These all methods are server side methods. Server side method always execute in server. Okay, now go to your source code. Within your source code, you can see the HTML code, header tag and body tag. Within the header tag, whenever you want to work with jQuery, what to do means you can go to your solution explorer. There you can see, you can drag and drop the jQuery file. And here you can open one script tag. Script type is equal to text/JavaScript. Okay, na? And within this, you can write something like $. Here I will try to write document. You can write the jQuery code here inside this script tag. Here you can write normally how to write jQuery code document dot write document dot ready bracket open bracket close, and inside this you will declare one function. Inside this you can declare one anonymous function. In this one you can write these all buttons are having ID now. What is the ID of the button 1? Button 1. Here you can write something like jQuery call I am calling. So I will try to write some ID as selector $hash button1 dot click and here I will try to write again one more function, anonymous function. Okay, and here within this, and when user clicks on that button, I want to call Ajax function. I want to call some Ajax. Let us see what is the syntax for that Ajax. Once here I will try to copy paste. Here you have document.ready, button click is there, $.ajax. Okay, now when user clicks on button, then I want to perform this operation. So I'll try to just copy this code. Let us see here. Okay, now something like this. To make the things faster, I just copied and pasted this code. Somewhere some problem is there. Let us see anyway. I will rectify, no problem. Here you see. Here I declared one whenever user clicks on button, then first document.ready will fire. Then it will check that which button is clicked. Now here go inside this function. Here declare one variable empty object. Now here I will write obj.fname is equal to actually in JavaScript that JSON means the data will be stored in the form of object. In JavaScript you can store the object like this, where obj is equal to something like this, first name colon Anil, something like this, comma something like lname. This is JSON format, lname comma Kumar, something like this. This is JSON, means JavaScript object notation. Okay, now so here I want to catch the value of the text box. What is the ID of the text box? Here we have given text box 1. So copy this text box 1 ID and text box 2. This is hash T1 ID as selector. Here text box 2. Here text box 3. Catch the values from what? Text boxes and store in this object. So here we are calling Ajax. Ajax will submit the request to the server. We are telling Ajax, please consider the request as post. And Ajax will call this particular method, server side method. What is the method name? Insert student. And that method is available in which file? Webform1.aspx. Is it clear? And here you have json.stringify. Stringify is a predefined method available in jQuery. It will convert the object into string type. Because the server side method is asking input as fname and lname. Just plain text it is asking now. That is the reason. These variable names fname, lname, mnumber, and these variable names both must be same, fname, lname, mnumber. We are storing the values in the variables, object actually, and here we are converting the object into some text format, string type, store in data variable. And again the type of data is JSON. Now here in this line what happened? The server side method will get invoked, and if the server side method is executed successfully, the result of the server side method is the input for this success function. Let us see whether the server side method is called or not. Just you keep the breakpoint here and press F5 so that you can understand. Okay. Their function open bracket, here it is. Here you see what is happening. Now I'm pressing F5. See, I will explain clearly what is happening. I will enter the first name Anil, and I will enter the last name Kumar, and I will enter some mobile number. Now click on save button. Whenever I click on save button, first document.ready function will fire, and it will check that which button is clicked. Button 1 is clicked, then it will come inside and it will execute this function. Initially I am taking one empty object. and storing the text box values. By using val of function, I'm catching the text box values and storing these object variables. And then Ajax function is called. Ajax, we are telling to Ajax, you go to server, consider the request as post request, and this is the URL, and this is the method name. Please call that server side method. In server, I already declared one method. Please send that values as input for this method. And here you go to your SQL Server database, insert the record successfully. If this method is calling, means it is successful. You don't need to worry. Let us see whether that method is calling or not. Click on this save button. Click on this save button. Let us see that method is calling or not. I think it is not calling. Let us check once. Here I modified the code, but no problem. You don't worry. I will copy this code in the description. You can try. Okay, because you may get errors at the time of writing that code. Copy paste you do, it is better. But better, I will suggest you to watch that YouTube open country state example by Kannababu. This is the ultimate example I explained with jQuery with MVC. Part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, 6 videos I done. All are Ajax calls only with jQuery. Very beautiful example. Even though if you don't practice also, no problem. Just watch the videos and attend for interviews. Definitely interviewer will impress. Just explain the topic. Nobody will ask you to write the code manually. Just he will check whether you are able to explain the topic or not. Yes. My server side method is called insert method. Take here F name. Anil came. Kumar came. Phone number came. Press F11, F11, F11. Go to database. Get the result. Okay. Now go to your database and check. Here you insert the record. Record is successfully inserted. This is now my jQuery is communicating with server. That is the point here. jQuery will interact with server. Similarly, delete method also you can check here. If you write the delete code also, it will work. Is it clear? If you click on the delete button, just will check whether it is working or not. Just click on delete. Now delete method also request will go to the server. I think delete related code we have not written properly here. That is the problem. But still in the similar manner you can work. And I will recommend you to watch that country state example. Definitely I can satisfy you. Okay. That is how you can work with Ajax. For more videos, try to subscribe to my channel. Share, like and click on bell icon. Thank you. Have a nice day. So finally again I am telling Ajax purpose is Ajax will submit the request to the server without page refreshment. Ajax will have two callback functions. One is success, other one is error. If the server side method is executed successfully, the result of the server side method is the input for the success function. If the server side method is not executed successfully, then error function will get executed. How to work with this success function, error function, everything I explained in country, state, city example in YouTube. Just type country, state, city by Kannababu. Watch all the 6 videos, part 1 to part 6. Thank you. Have a nice day.